So last week I did this video of me doing my San Diego Comic-Con 2024 Funko predictions. But you're probably wondering, why am I talking about that? And that's because on the exact same day that I posted about that, the leaked list for San Diego Comic-Con exclusives had released. I am DK Wrestler, and today we are going to be discussing about the potential Funko Pops that are on this list for San Diego Comic-Con 2024, while also talking about some other leaks that have been posted the last month or so. Let's get right to it. So I thought the perfect one that we can kick off talking about is a potential robot chicken Funko Pop. And I think this is something that I didn't really think would ever be made into a pop, but I'm glad that it's in the rumor mill at least. And this thing could really be over the top if Funko wanted to do possibly 3 specifications for this Funko Pop, because of course, being a chicken, you gotta be flocked, and then the robot parts gotta be metallic, but then glow in the dark because of the one red eye. However, knowing Funko, they're only going to do one specification, and it's probably going to be metallic, since that seems to be the 2024 equivalent to the years that they did Artist Series for an entire year, or Blacklight last year. Then we got some Harry Potter Pops, which we have a Chocolate Frog Deluxe, and then a Sorcerer's Stone book covers. Now, assuming the Chocolate Frog is obviously the snack that Harry has on the train, and then the book covers is something that I'm surprised they didn't do earlier on when they started this whole covers thing. And of course, you know, there's going to be 6 more after this with the 6 other books that are involved with Harry Potter. Then we have a new Avril Lavigne supposedly coming out, which is for the Girlfriend music video. I mean, this is all right. I do like the idea of them pumping out more Avril Lavigne pops, but with Girlfriend, it's like, this was kind of the time where I kind of tuned out of Avril Lavigne's music. Then we have a new set of Rocky Pops, which we have Rocky from the 3rd movie, Clubber Lang, and a new Ivan Drago. This is very exciting considering that, of course, the OG Pops of technically all 3 of these characters are super expensive, so getting slightly different remolds is awesome with 2024 standards, especially Ivan Drago, which is going up there for a pretty penny in terms of the secondary market. We have a new wave of Pokemon Pops coming out, which 2 of them I can't really pronounce, but the one that I definitely can pronounce is Gengar. Of course, it made sense that in 2018, when we had the first Pokemon Pop, it was going to be Pikachu, and then 2019, they did basically quarterly releases with the starter Pokemon. But you think that Gengar would have been a part of one of the waves that came out during the beginning of the pandemic in 2020, instead of waiting literally 6 years later since the first Pokemon Pop to finally get Gengar. And I wonder, will they put black eyes on this pop, or will they actually pull off red eyes? Then we have a SpongeBob SquarePants 25th anniversary set coming out, which we have SpongeBob with Krusty Krab, SpongeBob with Glove Light, Rock Bottom, SpongeBob with Guitar Riff Pants, Patrick with Muscles, Not Rick, SpongeGar, and then Doodle Bob. So this is a pretty decent set of pops for, of course, SpongeBob's 25th anniversary that is happening this year. Doodle Bob, which I do remember that specific episode. I'm glad that they made this as a part of the 25th anniversary, because originally I thought they probably would have pulled this off as a potential future NFT set of SpongeBob Pops and having this as, let's say, the grail. So I'm glad that this is going to be more accessible to those hardcore SpongeBob fans. Sith Lord Star Wars lineup, which in this set we have Palpatine, Count Dooku, Darth Maul, a first appearance Darth Vader in a deluxe form, a Darth Vader on Throne deluxe, Kylo Ren looking at Darth Vader's helmet deluxe, a Darth Vader with TIE Fighter pop rides, and then exclusive pops of a glow-in-the-dark holographic Darth Maul, a bronze Palpatine, and a bronze Kylo Ren. For the most part, all of these do sound pretty cool. I'll just kind of talk about those bronze pops first, where, I mean, it's meh, unless maybe it was like patina style. I'm curious to know what the first appearance Darth Vader Deluxe is, because I wonder if it's exactly the pop I talked about in our prequel Star Wars podcast, where maybe it's Anakin on the table there being constructed into the Darth Vader outfit as you see near the end of Revenge of the Sith, or maybe it's not exactly that, and that they're going to save that potential idea for a 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith set. But now, the moment you all have been waiting for, we are going to talk about the San Diego Comic-Con 2024 Funko Pop and Soda leaks, which of course, like usual, and I always like mentioning this, nothing is ever official until Funko officially announces it themselves, even though some of them do have photos already. Like the first one we're going to be talking about, which is for the DC Comics lineup, and it is the Batman Superman Fusion. There was a photo posted actually the same day that this leaked list came out, where we do see what the pop actually looks like, and got to see what the sticker looks like, which is the green and yellow colorway, which this isn't too bad. I do like when Funko gives love to, of course, the DC Comics fans, considering that obviously they are super heavy when it comes to the Marvel lineup. So when they do something like this with the DC Comics lineup, it's also pretty cool. Then for Demon Slayer, we have a pop of Shinobu Kocho, which I believe, with a little bit of quick research, this is a character that has already had a Funko Pop in the Demon Slayer lineup. So who knows what this is going to look like. Maybe it's some sort of posing change or some sort of specific scene from, I would assume, the later seasons, since I have seen Demon Slayer, but only the very first seasons. Then for the Disney lineup, we have a Funko Soda of Bao, which is basically a Disney Pixar shorts, I believe, that they did, where it's based off of the little dumpling, which is pretty sweet. And I'm very surprised considering that they have done that minifigure that comes in like the tiny dim sum container, I'm gonna call it, that they didn't do a Funko Pop of this beforehand. And I believe they also did a mystery mini with like the whole Pixar mini set before even making a Funko Pop. So the fact that it's coming out as a soda before a pop is pretty surprising, not gonna lie. Then for the Dungeons and Dragons lineup listed here, we have a 6-inch Storm King. Dungeons and Dragons hasn't really disappointed when it comes to the Funko lineup, besides maybe when they did the Vecna and Vecna 2-pack for the mashup of Dungeons and Dragons and Stranger Things. It's probably gonna look pretty decent, not gonna lie. Then we have 2 pops from Naruto Shippuden listed off. First we have Gaara, but then the other one is to be determined. I don't understand why these people who like leak these lists have to have a to be determined. It just makes no sense. I think that actually happened for the C2E2 list a few months back, where it was to be determined for a licenser, to be determined for a character, and then to be determined for something else. It made no sense. What was the point of even taking the time to type that down on this list? Then we have a pop for One Piece, and it's the character of Sugar, which will be scented. And I guess this also is a pop where we've actually seen photos of what it looks like so far, and it's not too bad from what I last remember. I had a quick glimpse of it, and it's really cool to see a scented Comic-Con exclusive, because as far as I last remember, I think the last time we had a Comic-Con scented exclusive was with the Brian Fantana from Anchorman from San Diego Comic-Con right when the pandemic was happening. But I guess it's cool to know that we know the One Piece character that isn't the wanted poster, because assuming there's going to be a wanted poster announced, it's just what the character is going to be at this point. Then for Pokemon, we have a 10-inch Arceus, which this could be a new trend for Comic-Con for Pokemon, is that we could get a 10-inch pop, considering that at C2E2 last month, we did get the 10-inch Cresselia. But I do like Funko's efforts in making Comic-Con exclusive pops for Pokemon that are of brand new Pokemon. Then for Stranger Things, we're gonna have a number 1, which of course last year for San Diego Comic-Con, we did have the first 001 pop, but it's kind of disappointing to see that we're going to get another one this year for San Diego Comic-Con, considering also with the brand new wave of Stranger Things pops coming out of the Vecna transforming, that would have been a wicked pop to actually make as the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. Then in the rumor mill, we're going to be getting a Wizard of Oz pop, which is going to be the Wicked Witch with Winged Monkey, and it's going to be a metallic pop. My question towards this is it going to be the Wicked Witch that's going to be metallic and not the Winged Monkey, or is it going to be both? Because it's going to be a little bit weird considering that we do have a metallic winged monkey in the form of the Chase figure already. But I'm going to assume the way this is going to be pulled off is that it may be like a Pop and Buddy, so the winged monkey might actually be tiny, which I think there were definitely better options, especially if you check out our San Diego Comic-Con predictions video, where MD did do an awesome prediction for Wizard of Oz. Next up is for the TV show Wednesday, and it's going to be a Moments, and once again, to be determined. What is with the idea of adding a to be determined? Just write that it's going to be a Wednesday pop and not put the time to write to be determined. And it's been a while since I've seen the Wednesday TV show on Netflix, so I'm not exactly sure what the moment could be. And then the final pop listed here is for the Yu-Gi-Oh lineup, and it's a Flame Wingman, which of course this is right up my alley because I am trying to get a 100% complete set of Yu-Gi-Oh pops. And if I'm not mistaken, the Flame Wingman is a part of one of the elemental heroes, which definitely makes sense considering that we have 2 elemental heroes in the Yu-Gi-Oh lineup already, so adding more for Comic-Con exclusives is pretty sweet. And the way that the Flame Wingman looks would look nice in Funko Pop form, because I believe the one arm is more of like a dragon, if I'm not mistaken, and it's got a wing. So that's pretty decent. Although I did predict a Yu-Gi-Oh pop and it wasn't this is still cool, and I will plan on getting this, and maybe there's a chance that it could be 2 Yu-Gi-Oh Comic-Con exclusives for San Diego Comic-Con, and I will cop both of those, since like I mentioned, I'm trying to get a 100% complete set of Yu-Gi-Oh pops. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be the end of today's video, and if you enjoyed today's video of me talking about the leaks for San Diego Comic-Con and other Funko Pop leaks, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know down below on what you're excited for San Diego Comic-Con, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. 1, 2, 3, I'm out of here.